We're here. we made it, everyone.
Oh, mama. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it a little bit today, Mike.
Buddy. This is I feel like a standard operating procedure.
Like all the regrets the night before, and then we come here like, okay, now we got to be creative.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the recliners and the whiskey sure helps.
Like, welcome to Sunday. Like, welcome to the Nap podcast.
That's right. Thank goodness. Hey, just think, no football currently, but we do have some March Madness coming up.
Yep.
So that will help us get through at least the next 4 weeks. Yeah.
So we can do a little bit of that and see some upsets, some Cinderella stuff, and that'll keep us rolling a little bit and at least keep us awake. Welcome to the Whiskey and Wine Podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Big Mike.
Welcome to episode 20.
Oh man,
20 episodes in.
That means all fingers and toes, buddy.
Unless we've blown one off with a firework, but
I should say most of us. All fingers and toes.
Yeah. Hey, I can still run. It's fine. You're not supposed to kick an M80 in sandals, okay?
Hey, don't pull a Bob Marley on me, buddy.
Or a what was the football player's name? The New York Giant guy who blew off a thumb or something like that with a firework.
Oh, that wasn't Plaxico. He was the one that shot himself in the thigh. That's right. It was. Who was that?
I can't remember. But So none of that stuff.
Still got all my digits after all these years, buddy. I feel like I'm winning at life.
You know what? That is a good win. I mean, with the dumbass shit you and I have done, I'm a little surprised that we ended up with all fingers and toes and other appendages still attached.
Just talking about this, I had a brainstorm.
Oh no.
We should do a special 4th of July episode and go up to the Indian reservation in Washington and bring home some
fun stuff.
Yeah, not quite the snake and sparklers that this state allows us to.
That whole episode would just be us going, run. I lit it, and it's a really short fuse.
Fire in the hole!
Oh my God.
That might be we have a few months for that one.
Yeah. And we've also got to get through Redneck Olympics at some point.
Yeah. When do they actually start? Do you know?
I thought it was like the first week in July.
Oh, so we have a busy July, man. Olympics, blowing up stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So now we just need some fillers between Jeez, what are we? March, man. Just survived St. Patty's Day.
Uh-huh.
Right? So just full steam ahead. We'll have to come up with some genius episodes between now and when we can blow things up during the Olympics. We'll have our own.
Hopefully a few of our listeners actually hop on to the Instagram or Facebook or whatever and start throwing things at us. Like, you guys need to do this.
Well, if you're going to throw anything, make sure you throw it at Alex. I think he's quicker than I am.
Look, I am not a Jaguar. I am not getting out of the way of anything. Like, playing dodgeball with me would be like, yeah, you hit the fat old guy. Good job. Like, oh, look, he's down.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I'm not dodging a moth at this point. Just woof, 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 bap. Ow, it hit me.
Yeah. I'm too lazy.
Oh. Well, what are we drinking this week, Mike?
It's pretty good. Well, what is it? The Eagle
Rare 10-year, right? Yep.
Took a little sip before we even hit the old record button just to get the juices flowing, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Well, we've been kind of all over the board here and there, and we've tried a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and now we now we're trying something that, while not like always available, I was looking up on the website. It's still available in the Oregon area. It's just not in the Portland metro area.
Always, that's the story, isn't it?
Yep. It's one of those things where, one of our friends texted both you and I and was like, I don't know what I can find that is going to make a platinum on your scale, because it's got to be available, it's got to be fantastic, and it's got to be reasonably priced. Like, yeah, well, I mean, the Eagle Rare is a fantastic drink. It's relatively reasonably priced. The problem is the availability.
Yeah. So
we'll see during this episode how this thing warms up our hearts and see where it lands at the end of the day. So, little cheers here, Mike.
Let me dig that glass out. Oh,
there you go,
buddy. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. A little whiskey after corned beef and way too much beer.
I can't look at an Irish stout for a while.
A little Irish car bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we should have done Irish car bombs for our drink. That would have been a great idea.
We'll need to put a fire extinguisher in this room if we're introducing. We haven't even smoked whiskey up here yet, right? That's done on the granite countertops of the kitchen.
No, I think we can get away with that.
I think so.
I think so.
All right.
Don't put the torch on the wood counters, though. Like if it's still on fire, don't put it there. Wood go burny.
Yeah, wood go. It does go burny.
Well, hopefully here in a little, I don't know, some episodes we'll do a little test of some smoking of a glass. We'll see what happens and see how the different woods change the flavor, but we'll get there. But so this week somebody brought up to me some bad last names that they've run into, like in work or in friends or whatever, and our friend Michelle, she came over the other night and she said at one point she dated a guy whose last name was Shell, and she had to stop dating him because she refused to be Michelle Shell. Like if they ever got married, she would be Michelle Shell. Like that seems like a bad idea. Like it was never really an issue for me since I'm not going to take the last name of whoever I marry, so I didn't have to worry about that. But our son Jackson, he's still pissed that somehow we did an alliteration with Jackson and Martson. Like
the double sons.
Yeah, the double son. Like somehow we screwed him. Like this is we didn't do it to like make it horrible when you're announced on like the college football Hall of Fame or something like that. Like, oh, look at this dumbass's name. it just ended up that way.
See? Nope. He thinks you ruined his life.
Yeah, we did it on purpose just to make his life horrible.
Damn you, Martson.
Yeah, we're assholes.
Yeah. Freaking names, man. I remember watching, I'm a product of The Simpsons, right? Mm-hmm. You remember all those funny ass prank calls?
Oh, to Moe's Tavern.
They would do to Moe's Tavern, man.
Yeah.
They had some of the most creative
oh my God, yes.
names. We stole a few. My one of my good buddies from high school, best friend, B, I just call him B, name's Brian.
Yeah.
But we used to do a haunted house every single year. We built this huge 6-foot coffin that we ended up hooking up to like a rope and pulley system with a tree, and then we'd hide behind it so the kids would come up to the doorway, and frickin' we would tug on the rope, and the coffin door would swing open.
Okay.
We had a hole drilled into the back that we duct taped a paper towel tube to it, and it was hooked up to a fog machine. So when the door would open, we would hit it with fog, and then we actually had a dummy in there that had rope under its arms, and then we'd have another pulley. So when the actual coffin door would fly open. We'd hit the smoke would go shooting in there, and then when the freaking guy would like sit up, oh dude, kids would shit their pants. But we had a few headstones in the bark dust with the coffin, and we just literally we weren't creative enough, so we straight up stole some of the funny ones that we remember from Mo. So it was like Pat Me Groin. Pat Me Groin lives, lies here, and we put some random dates. I think what else did we do? We did a Seymour Butts.
Oh yeah.
Right. I mean, come on.
Oh,
those
God.
are gold,
those
right?
Are good.
Those were gold. But think about it. The Simpsons did that, I think, damn near every single episode, right?
Yep. Yeah, for like the first 6 or 7 seasons, there was always a prank call to Moe's.
Yep. And they were golden. Like I said, Seymour Butts, come on, that's freaking hilarious, right? Pat Me Groin. I remember, what was it? IP Freely. They always did a lot with the letters.
Yeah.
But just genius stuff, right?
Yeah.
I wish I would meet a real Pat Me Groin, because I feel like I would be best friends with them, right? Oliver, last name Closeoff. Oliver Closeoff. Come on. That's genius. But I never really I haven't had crazy names that I've known.
Oh,
right?
I ran it. So my dad, growing up, his best friend was Richard Bushy, but he went by Dick.
I was just gonna say, please tell me.
Yeah, this is back in the 50s and 60s, so he went by Dick because that was normal short for Richard.
Oh yeah.
So Dick Bushy.
Old Dick Bushy.
So when his medical records got pulled out, they just said Bushy Dick.
Oh man, that's gold.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had a fraternity brother whose last name was Dix, and that was constant gold.
Oh, I was gonna say, house full of dudes.
Yeah. No, we were not nice, and then we got nice, and
it wasn't fun. So
it was too easy. We needed more difficult targets.
Yeah.
And then we ran into a Michelle Moist.
Ooh, man, my wife hates that.
Yeah, the moist.
Yeah.
Moisture.
Yeah.
Moist. Can't wait to get that text from both of our wives. You guys are assholes.
They're keeping track, right?
Yes, I know they're keeping track. Oh well.
My wife, I'm just going to share it now. I should have told you before we started recording. Last episode, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about every shower is a urinal.
Yeah.
So she was listening to it one morning while she was working in the background, and it came on to the story that I was telling with Madison and I in Shanghai.
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to pee in the hole.
Yeah. The balloon game. Right.
So I'm bad with names and ages.
Okay.
All right, and we'll get more into the names later in this episode, but
right.
I have a hard time zeroing in on
like
certain items or things that took place with relating it to our kids' ages, right?
Okay.
I remember the Disney trips, and
I mean,
remember everything.
Obviously, Madison was not like 13 at this point, so and she was out of diapers since she needed to use. So it's somewhere in between 10 and 1, somewhere in there.
So I said 2 right off the bat,
right?
And Kate said she went and she grabbed her book and her pen, and she was putting it in there, and then it must have been a lightning bolt. Something came in this room, and I go, no, you know what? I think I'm going with 3. And Kate said she got so mad because it was about 3.5, and she crossed it off her chart. So you know what that means? Big Mike has one less thing.
Yeah, on the correction episode.
But she said I hook, line, and baited her. So All right, we're going to say 2, and Kate literally knew instantly. Because I don't know how JoJo is, but my wife, she can fucking remember every story. She knows the kids' ages probably within a month.
Remember, Joanna's autistic with birthdays. Like, she knows everybody's. As soon as you tell her what your birthday is, she remembers it forever.
I wish I had that talent.
I'm lucky to remember my own. Everything else, that's what Google Calendar is for. Like, I even have our Alexa reminding me, don't forget it's McKenna's birthday today. I'm like, oh, shit. I got to go make a trip real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, shit.
This is a perfect segue, too. I just want to wish you a belated birthday there, big
guy.
Thank
you so much.
Yeah. You had to survive 2 big days, St. Patty's Day and your birthday.
Yeah. So. Well, and having my birthday around this time of year, most of the time growing up, kind of sucked because we were on spring break during my birthday. So we were always gone someplace or doing something. And so my parents would be like, oh, we'll totally have a party for you when we get back. Yeah, that never happened. So I think I had 3 birthday parties growing up. Like, that was it. Like, oh, we forgot, like, oh, happy birthday. You can eat whatever you want at the restaurant we're at tonight. Like, I was going to fucking do that anyways. Like,
this isn't anything special.
Was there a limit? Like, can I get an actual gift? Oh, yeah, we'll get you as soon as we get back. We just didn't want to pack it where we were going. Oh, okay, right,
frickin' birthdays.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy.
I survived, and there's a lot of corned beef, a lot of booze, just a lot.
Yeah, that's good times.
Yeah.
See, so that was a perfect segue. I didn't know if I was going to say anything on the episode, but we were talking about birthdays, so I figure.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right, we'll do another cheers.
I gotta. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I gotta circle back though.
Yeah, circle. I know. I went down a frickin'. I
pulled
a Burt Kreischer.
I'm just doing a little circle back because I was sitting at Tap the other night with your wife and some of the ladies.
Oh! Let me guess. Was this Thursday?
Yeah.
I won't say what the ladies have nicknamed Thursday.
Apparently, like, they've been called a lot of things, but So we're sitting there, and she looks at me, and she gets the most flabbergasted look in her face. And so I'm outing one of her corrections right now, so she can't even do it.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me put the seatbelt on this chair.
It is not a black top.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Hot top.
Yeah, I fucked that one up.
It's hot top.
Yeah.
You're standing out on the hot top.
I know. As soon as she heard that.
Like, you fucking idiot.
I get corrected as soon as the episode ends. So I'm like, wait, hold on. I feel like since you've now corrected everything, I don't know if you need to come on to do any of the corrections, right?
I would have to agree. Although Joanna has now learned to not mention it to me. However, the corrections are in a shared note app, and so I'm just looking through like, I can out that one, and I can out that one, and just keep correcting things so that by the time we're up to whatever episode they eventually come on, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. They basically won't have. I mean, we couldn't have done that much wrong.
No, look at us. Are you serious? Freaking. Maybe 2 each out of the first 20. Come on.
It's going to be a short episode. It's going to be like 12 minutes.
Yes.
Until we, like, bring out the bourbon. And another thing, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, you remember what you said on that one episode?
No, I don't. And I edit these. I have to listen to it like 3 or 4 times while editing and adding things, and I still don't remember everything that we say. Like, if we ever get up to like a really high number, this is gonna get bad.
Seriously.
We're just gonna be telling the same stories over and over again. Like, did I tell that one? I don't know. I'm gonna tell it anyways.
I know, it's funny. I have a few stories, right, that's in the old memory bank, and I'm trying to figure out when to incorporate them.
Well, and so that's why I started this list on my phone of stories that I can tell, because every so often, like, it'll pop up in my head. I'm like, oh, I should totally tell that. Now I've got like 15, 20 stories that I want to tell, but I've got to tie them into the right episode and everything else. And some of them, I'm like, I don't know that we're ever going to do an episode that goes anywhere near that one. Like, I really want to tell it, but I don't think I can make an hour episode out of this story.
One was just, someone reminded me of probably one of my favorite stories that has to do something with the dance studio.
Yeah.
We were up in Tacoma a few weeks back.
Yeah.
For Jerry. His retirement, 26 years in the Air Force. Shout out, Jerry. Thank you for your service, my
Congrats
friend.
on your retirement,
26
Jerry.
years, dude. It was the coolest. I could waste an hour of the podcast. So I'll try not to, but it was it was the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen.
That's
as far
so
as
awesome.
like how formal it was and how informative it
and
was,
all the recognition of him, and
dude, amazing. They pinned 2 new medals on him.
Yeah.
His family didn't even know about one of this. I mean, it was just it was freaking awesome, right?
Yeah.
But we were hanging out with them in Tacoma, got a little Airbnb, and they reminded me of this story, and I was like, oh, dude, it's one of, I just don't know.
Why don't you just,
How
I mean, this
to
episode
work it in.
is supposed to be about like bad last names, but none of our episodes really ever follow linearly. Like, it got really bad last week. Really bad.
Yeah, there might have been a little extra shot or two of bourbon being consumed.
Ooh,
it's fun
mama.
having
in studio
guests.
Yeah,
man. I mean, you and I,
we barely had to do anything.
No.
Jordan was the first half hour, and then Andy got in, and then, oh my God, it was great. It hurt afterwards.
Oh no, man,
and then there was the other part is, so there was 2 hours of recording after we were done with the episode.
Oh, you're peeling back the curtain, aren't you?
So eventually we all just sat back down, and then some of the kids came up here, and then some of the parents came up here, the wives and everybody else, and just this rotating circle of people sitting down in the chairs, telling stories. There is 2 hours. I have been trying to edit it down and pull out names and try and do what I can with it. It is a fucking nightmare trying to get through 2 hours of just non-linear conversation.
See, but it's all gold, right?
Oh, it's fantastic. But oh man, we were a little saucy.
Yeah. That was a fun day, man. That was a real fun day.
Well, what's this? I mean, do you want to drop this story now from dance, or you gonna save it?
I don't know. We'll see where this goes.
All right.
We'll see where this goes. Like I said, I pulled a Burt Kreischer here today, man. I went down. We were talking funny names and Pat Me Groin and Moise, and next thing I know, shit, we went down this rabbit hole. So we'll see. We'll see how maybe I will drop the story later.
All right.
You never know. It's a tease, right? So now you have to keep listening and see see what the hell we talk about.
Yeah, let's see here. Here's my list of stories like things like,
I know, I'm trying to
goddamn sheep I've never told. Rolled a riding lawnmower.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Edward 40 Hands.
Oh, dude, we were just talking about this at Tap the other night.
Yeah.
Another guy brought it up, saying how much he hated that old
that was awful.
Edward 40 Hand.
I've got a good one from that one. And then I was in a Blockbuster movie. I have a movie credit.
No shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's lots of things to talk about.
I don't even know about that. Now you got me intrigued.
Yeah. We'll get there. I mean, like.
Did you have to use your real name in this movie?
Yeah.
Or you weren't like a pizza delivery guy in the opening.
No.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make...
you can't pay for the pizza? Well, I can think of a way for you to pay for it. No, it was not that kind of movie.
They call me Dirk.
Yeah,
Diggler.
nobody is casting all 3 inches of me in any movie like that. It would get so many downvotes.
Well, now I'm intrigued, man. Now I might have to search that. I've been working my ass off trying to find this fucking newspaper cover with you on it. Oh, yeah, no, I keep working, man.
Don't worry. Joanna's got it. And she mistakenly sent it to me because she found a picture of it in her phone.
Oh, really?
And then she unsent the message. And then she denied sending the message.
Oh, I love it.
So she's got it, and she's going to show it to you.
Well, here, you just keep talking. I'll text JoJo right now.
Yeah, thanks for that. I really appreciate that. Clearly not been working that hard because she found it in like 10 minutes listening to the episode like, oh, you want the fucking picture? Here's the fucking picture.
Well, how do you know I don't have it already?
Because you would have been showing it to me and asking all sorts of questions. Like, I have so many questions. Like, why are you driving a tractor with your shirt off if you don't have any muscles, fatty? Like, oh, that's mean. Yeah, no, if you had the picture, you couldn't sit on it. It's golden.
All right, well.
I'm sure it's going to be on a canvas somewhere at some point.
You're going to walk in the tap one day and there will be right next to the other canvas.
Yep. Make sure you put the Whiskey and Wine logo on it, though, okay?
Yeah, no, I'll get that on there.
Yeah.
We have to brand that. Copyright.
Yep. That'll be our new logo for the podcast.
I'm going to come up. Now we got to see. We need some nicknames. We need some like disc jockey nicknames for you and I.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
I'm trying to tie it back to the name.
Well, you've already got Big Mike.
I know, but
What's up? I'm Big Mike. I mean, it's accurate. You're a big, tall guy, and and then there's Little Mike.
I'm so bad with names just in general. I can't, for some reason. I don't know what it is. It started at my coffee shop when I owned that coffee shop back in the day, right? We had so many regulars. I used to I'm a car guy, so I love cars, right? So I'd always associate drinks with the cars they drove.
Not with the person sitting there in the car ordering. It's like, okay, so
my family would love it.
Nissan Altima, dented right fender, white mocha.
We would have punch cards, and for our super regulars, we would tape them on the wall above the window, right?
Yeah.
And literally, my family and friends would make so much fun of it. We'd be like, Mercedes Man Mocha. We had a Sherwood Teacher Ultima. I mean, I just associated either things they did for their job or their vehicles with their drink.
Couldn't for the fucking life of you figure out what their name is, even though they're handing you a card that's got their name on it all the time.
Well, yes, it was funny. They were such small purchases.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50 split.
Oh, cash card.
$3 or $4 drinks, right? A lot of people just pay cash. Tap 4 is nice because I can cheat, right? People, you get a few beers and some snacks and a growler fill, and so I can cheat at Tap 4. Plus, we have our Mug Club members, and we have a master copy at the register of 1 through 50, and then the name mugs that we have. So we have our loyalty program. If you forget to put in your number, we have your name, your mug number, and your phone number, so that way we can help out and keep your points going and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I have a master sheet. The shitty part, though, is if you're not one of the 75 Mug Club members, I'm like, fuck.
I should know who you are.
Who is that again? So I just come up with, you've
nicknames.
Man, I'm a big nickname guy, right? I do a lot of last names, right? I do a lot of just random names. Man.
Well, or just what's up, big man, or what's up, buddy?
Oh, my family makes so much fun of me when that's, hey, buddy, what's up?
That should just be the automatic symbol for our wives to go, that guy's Alex.
Yeah. No, it's my wife helps out tremendously with names.
And I'll look at Joanna and I'll kind of give her this like wide-eyed like, what the fuck is that? She'll go, that's your daughter's friend's dad. Like, okay. More info. I need more info. Like, he's been to our house 3 times. Again, I need more info. Like, I recognize that this person has been in my house several times.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
please tell me his name so I'm not just faking it all night. Because when I got to fake it all night,
all night of buddies. Even though
that's hard.
I tend to do that if need be, but yes, no, it's exhausting.
Well, here's what's even worse. When I was working in Congress, part of your job is just kind of knowing the members of Congress and being able to go, good evening, Representative Hooley or whatever, and being able to greet them. Most of the time it's relatively easy because it's in a known environment where certain people are going to be there and you can remember. But if you just run into them randomly and they're like, "Oh, how you been doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm great, Representative. How are you?" And like, I can't call you by your first name because that's not appropriate.
Yeah.
But the fuck, I know your last name. Like, you're the 7th district from Tennessee. Like, I have no idea who you are.
I got all of that down. I just cannot for the life of me.
I don't know who you are. Because in 2 years you could be somebody else.
Exactly.
So we're gonna go with representative. Like, I am impressed that you remember who I am and that you know what my name is. Don't expect retribution. Like, I can't be reciprocal in this.
No.
Like,
no. So see, you and I are alike.
Yeah. There's a lot of buddies.
I try my hardest.
A face I'll remember forever.
Yeah.
I'll know if I know you.
Yep.
And I can pretty much place where I know you.
No, I do. I'm pretty good at that. I'll know if it's a high school. I've lived in this area now long enough that.
Can we just get VR glasses to be a thing soon enough? So, like, as soon as I walk up to somebody, it just pulls up their contact info, like
straight up fucking Terminator 2 shit.
Oh, that's Nick. Hey, Nick, how you been?
Nick's spouse is this.
Oh, you just had a birthday.
Yeah, known from. Yeah, no, it's hard, man. Staying in this area this freaking long, right?
Yeah. You own multiple businesses in the area, so you've run into
former customers,
thousands of people who are all like, "Big Mike, what's up?" And you're like, "Hey, finger guns,
yeah.
Pow pow pow."
I just left Costco this week, and you leave the door, and they fucking make a little smiley face on your receipt. Lady's like, "Oh, Mike, hey, you still doing coffee?" And I knew when I looked at her, she was from the coffee shop. I couldn't.
Well, yeah, she said coffee,
no,
dumbass.
No, but I even knew when I was walking up that I remembered her. I was kind of going through that. I hope she doesn't recognize me phase.
Yeah,
and then, of
course, she did.
And I was like, no.
You're kind of recognizable, Mike.
I haven't owned the coffee shop since 2020, right?
Yeah, but you're recognizable.
Okay, yeah.
This is not a face for anonymity. If you ever went into the witness protection program, they'd be like, we're just going to take a bat to your face and hope that it changes.
We're going to take about 6 inches out of your legs. We're going to have to shrink you down to a normal size.
You're going to be 5'6" by the time we're done with you. And ugly as sin, but nobody will know it's you.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it just sucks.
Yeah.
Running into people and I know who they are. The 50 to 100 people that I regularly interact with. Yeah, no problem. Got it. Outside of that, I'm a fucking useless piece of shit. So don't take offense. It's not that I don't want to remember who you are. I know who you are and why I know who you are. I just don't know your name because I'm not that talented.
No, my memory bank is full.
Yeah.
It can only hold so much as far as name details go. I can't process any more than
I can sing you a country song from 1992 with all the lyrics, but the fuck I can remember the name of, somebody who's been over to my house half a dozen times. Like, I can't.
Hell, I could tell you my frickin' Tualatin phone number growing up in elementary and middle school, but
shit, I still got the combination of my senior year locker in high school somewhere in my head. The other shit, nope. Not. And
I don't know how to clear the cache. I don't know how to get rid of that shit. So then maybe I could put another 20 or 30 names. Now, see, if we had a Pat Me Groin as a friend,
right,
or a Seymour, but somehow they would get in the memory folder, and then something would be just auto deleted like a DVR, right?
right.
But I wish
if Michelle was Michelle Shell, I'd be
man.
Shell.
We knew someone with the last name Moist, they would get in. They would
instant. Like I remember, I've never met this person, but I remember this person. But that's just maybe that's the thing. Maybe I should have named our kids something cruel.
Just, I don't know.
All right, I've got one. We got to take a little pee break because I got to go potty. But I got one for you.
You got one, huh?
Oh yeah, no, I ran into one, and it was like half an hour of cry laughing.
I can't wait.
The Whiskey and Wine podcast is brought to you by Tapforia, Tigard, Oregon's first growler tap house, founded in 2014. Tapforia has 28 taps including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Did you know that they are also a bottle shop as well? Stop in for a pint, glass, growler, or a 4, 6, and 12-pack of the latest, greatest offerings of our local breweries. Located at Highway 99 in Tigard, visit tapforia.com and follow them on social media to see what they have on tap each day. Tapforia, craft beers and wines.
Oh, man. Good pee break.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Necessary pee break.
Very necessary.
Hang on. I'm gonna do the Westfall recline.
That's music to my ears.
Oh,
I love it when you. See,
yeah.
Dude,
oh God, that is
kick
nice.
Your shoes off.
Yep.
This is when I wish we had video. I want it just to share Alex in his natural habitat.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Oh my God. No, when Jordan and Andy were here, Jordan's wife Christina took a picture. I was like, "Oh yeah, can you send me that picture? We'll put it up on social." No, never mind, because I'm sitting here and it's just like there's a fucking beach ball underneath my shirt. There's no way to edit that so I don't just look like a fat piece of shit sitting in a chair. Like, oh, I should have been sitting up more and suck it in for a half a second. Nope, couldn't do it. Nope. Well, the whole idea behind this podcast is comfortable and lazy.
If the day comes, whenever we record, we're going to have our kids teach us angles. And figure out the prime location.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to mount them to the beams up above, so it's filming down,
yes.
And we're gonna have to cut off right here at the chest,
buddy. Whatever we need to do.
Yeah, because if it's anything other than that, nobody. I mean, I don't think anybody actually wants to watch us record this bullshit, anyways. we are not, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. There's not a lot of movement. It's just a lot of Mike and I scrolling our phones oh, what's going on here?
Hey, you never know, man.
We'll be
learning into some weird things.
The person at Tapforia this week that was like, "Oh my God, you have 685,000 listeners!" No. When I said we have 685, I meant under 1,000, 685.
I felt honored.
There's no comma in our listeners, but we are over what you and I originally thought 25 listeners.
That's
and that
right,
would be it, and it would just be a good way to fuck around and find out.
Yeah, and we're still fucking around and
still finding out. Yes. Until our wives beat the fuck out of us.
Well, like I said,
yeah,
that episode's
way down the line
in the future.
Yeah, yep,
over that way.
Yep, after we win the lottery, we'll do that episode.
They'll be on.
Yeah,
just
absolutely
in the future.
Yep. Can't wait to get something thrown at me while they're listening to this episode.
Yep. That's gonna make my wife's list.
You fuckers. All right, so the kid's name. So ran into a kid at one point. And as soon as I heard the name, it was like, I know there's probably a reason that the name exists and that it was used and everything else, but the 12-year-old in me, like the 12-year-old in you, couldn't stop giggling. And then we went down, the people that were sitting around the table went down the list of just reasons this got funnier and funnier and funnier. So this kid's name was Harshit.
Oh, there goes my 12-year-old boy coming up.
Harshit. Harshit.
Oh, man.
Like, all right, I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation to this. I'm sure there's got to be. Maybe there's a reasonable explanation for this. But it took like 10 minutes, and eventually one of the people sitting around the table is like, I told her she needed to come pick up her shit because I can't deal with this anymore. Oh, my God, her shit.
Oh, man.
Her shit is just unbelievable.
I love it. I want to meet this bullshit.
And then it went to horse shit.
Oh, yeah.
And like, it was, oh, God, it just got worse and worse and worse. Like, all right, so Jackson, not really a bad name.
That's right.
You need to shut the fuck up.
See? When he listens to this, he's going to come up and say, thank you, Dad. I like the double sons.
Yep, you can deal with that just fine.
Yep. No, well, I got one for him, too. So I went to high school with, and this is no shit. First
This
name.
isn't harsh shit.
No. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Try
I'll
the
be here.
deal.
Yeah, I'll be here all week.
All week. First name Mike. Last name Hunt.
Oh, no.
Dude.
That's, ooh.
You know, probably not bad in elementary school because no one knows.
Middle school.
Middle school probably really start, some of the early adopters that are a little ahead on some of the slang names before others.
The ones that learn more before everybody else.
One's older siblings.
or
parents.
Or like my parents who just taught me every awful word early on. Yeah, right.
But dude, in high school.
Oh, that had to be hard.
Shout out Mike Hunt. Dude, it was amazing, right? But I'm like, when they were naming them, that's what what they came. Not Chris Hunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Hunt.
Mm-hmm. Mark Hunt. No.
Yeah, poor kid, man. I always thought it wasn't his real name.
Nope, really his name.
And then student body. He showed the student body ID for the high school and driver's license, and I knew. I mean, I had a nickname in high school. Actually, my nickname started in middle school, and it was so funny because there was urban myths and urban legends of how the name even started.
Really?
And it took on a life of its own. I'll have to bring it. I can't wear it anymore because my fingers are fat, but my high school ring.
Your Jostins?
For my Jostin ring actually has my nickname on the side of it. So
wow.
For the non-high school people out there, I got in middle school. I shouldn't say high school. Technically, in middle school, they called me Mahi, and not spelt like the fish Mahi, where you think it's M-A-H-I.
Yeah,
we were dumb, so it's phonetically it's M-A-H-E because we were fucking moronic.
Dumb.
So I used to hang out when I came up here from Southern California, right? I did some skateboarding and surfing in California.
Mm-hmm.
Moved up here, fucking gave up surfing immediately.
Yeah,
this fucking ocean from someone that came from Southern California. Like,
this is
I
not
thought
an
this
ocean.
was literally Antarctica,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's fucking. I assumed when I went to the coast, I would see icebergs floating off
Dude,
shore. I didn't know.
Dude, I've lived here my whole life, and I still don't want to get in this ocean.
No, I don't think I think I've jumped in a few times at Cooper, but did like the immediate, like went out to the breakers, dove in, right, and then ran the fuck back to the towel to dry off. Like, that's, if you're not familiar with the Oregon oceans,
it sucks.
It's cold, right?
Yeah.
So gave up surfing, pretty quickly picked up snowboarding from a actually buddy, older brother who was a snowboarder.
All right.
But this little group that I was hanging out with, they always came up with nicknames for everyone that kind of hung in the circle. So I don't know how they actually got it. I know that they took Mike and they somehow turned Mike into Mahi. So not sure exactly how, but it gained traction at Hazelbrook Middle School so much that one year must have been 7th grade when I got it.
Yeah.
So people would remember the old yearbooks, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they would sign yearbooks, but everyone spelt it wrong. They spelt it like the fish. So I was like, well, fuck, how am I going to educate everyone? Or
that's not how I'm spelling my nickname, even though that's the right way to spell that word.
So I decided to ask my barber to shave it in the back of my head.
The fuck you did.
I was a little scatterpunk kid, right? So literally, I shaved Mahi in block lettering.
Spelled wrong.
Well, spelled wrong to the average person, but right to me, M-A-H-E, right? So then when people would ask on 8th grade yearbook signing day how to spell it, I would just point my head or...
Oh, my God, yes.
Point at it, right?
How do you spell Mahi?
So
right here on the back of my head, 'cause I'm so smart.
The first urban myth that I heard is I went to shave Mike in my head, and the lady spelt it wrong. So that's how I came up with Mahi. And I actually claimed that. I thought that was fucking clever. So I rocked that for a while, right?
Oh my God!
But it literally,
oh my God!
It talk about something sticking. It literally. All through high school.
Yeah.
And even to this day, if I'm at a bar or a restaurant or a Costco or somewhere, and if I hear Mahi, I instantly know it's someone from the old childhood, adolescent days. Because after high school, few of my friends, right?
Yeah.
Few of them would still call me that. But to this day, probably only like 3 or 4 people, right?
Oh, wow.
So it was just fucking comical.
Yeah.
So I get there, boom, Mahi, this takes off. And when I say take off, I mean, I was in grade books, teachers' grade books as Mahi Westfall.
No way.
And my biggest claim to fame, I figured after high school I was going to be retired, so I wanted to go out with a bang. So I literally, one of the name, what do you call them? The people that read the names for diplomas.
Yeah.
Whatever. I convinced them to even throw it in there. So they used it as my middle name. So I actually, while I was walking across the stage to get my diploma, they actually read Michael Mahi Westfall across the stage.
Because you were just that.
I was just, everyone knew that, right?
Yeah.
So it was freaking comical. So it wasn't a cool name, like I said, as far as, you know.
So if somebody yells Mahi in a big crowded area now, are you just like, do you pucker up a little bit like, oh, fuck, somebody knows.
A little bit.
Somebody knows me from a long time ago.
A little bit, yes. Just because I don't know where those are going to go. There's a lot of avenues at that could
Mahi,
lead
get
you
over
down.
Here. I want you to meet your kid.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Glad that one hasn't happened. All right, I'm digging that ring out of the safe. Next time I come over, we'll take a picture of it, and we can put it up on socials.
All right, perfect.
Because I literally
Michael Mahi Westfall.
Yeah, the old Mahi in the frickin' ring. So, like I said, a few buddies. I mean, we all have. I mean, I got some names. You in a fraternity, I bet you could come up with.
Yeah, well,
I bet you have stories for days, right? I don't have that many living right in a house with a bunch of dudes, but I mean, my group of hardcore friends that I still hang out with to this day, they all have some type of nickname, right? I got a C Murder, I got a Johnny 5, I got a D's Nuts, I got a Pollock.
Our neighbor that moved down to Texas, he was Booger.
Oh God, it's what was that from? Revenge of the Nerds, isn't it? They had a Booger, right? Is that where that came from? Or was his name close to Booger?
Or no, his name was nowhere near Booger. So
like Steve Smith.
So either he earned Booger, like he's picking his nose and flicking boogers, or it's just like, you know, it's firemen. So they name each other stupid things. Like the other one was, his buddy was Shag McNasty.
Ooh, see, you had creative names, man.
Yeah.
We weren't this creative. I like this. Shag McNatt did he at least have a Mac in his last name?
Hell no.
Oh yeah, no, you guys
he's
were
just
way more
Shag
creative.
McNasty.
You guys were way more creative.
Well, and so in my fraternity, you get a pledge name, and some of them were great. Like there was one of the older brothers looked at the time a little bit like Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Okay,
and so
right,
he became Shaggy.
All right.
And I became Hayseed only because I was the only person in the fraternity from west of the Mississippi. And they just assumed that I was just some bumfuck hick that barely had electricity and was probably going to die of dysentery.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Poor people out in Oregon, we get this weird rap that we're still fucking wagons.
Yep.
And hand catching salmons and rivers
Yeah,
and shit. Like,
and it's not like we get the West Virginia look where it's like, oh, you marry your cousin out there. No, they're just like, no, you guys just don't have anything. Fuck you. Amazon and Starbucks has started out here, you assholes.
dude,
Like,
have you heard of anything called Microsoft and Costco, you pricks?
Jesus, come on, guys. We're not that back-ass words.
No, it's funny, man. We've talked about this. Something about the Pacific Northwest, right? Because California, I feel like, always gets there, right? Everyone talks about
Well,
Google
but it's
and
L.A.
Yeah.
and Palo Alto and that kind of stuff. That's the fancy shit.
But no, like you just said, man, think about everything we just listed, right? Amazon, Starbucks, Microsoft, Costco. We got Nike here in Beaverton, but never gets the respect as other places in the country.
Right. No, we're just redneck motherfuckers. So I was Hayseed. And to this day I'll get a message from somebody about something and they'll be like, "What's up, Hayseed?" Like I'm a little north of 40 now.
See.
And I'm still just the bumfuck hick from nowhere, Oregon.
So if someone yelled hayseed, then you would immediately go back to the college days
and pucker up a little bit, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, see?
Oh, what stories are you gonna tell? Which version of hayseed do you know? Do you know like normal hayseed or the other version?
See, and that's the same thing when I hear Mahi, man. I'm like, oh shit, were you just a buddy that I went to school with? Or were you a buddy that we got into some shit with? Or I don't know what stories could be associated with that person, so I always pucker up just a little bit.
Yeah, no, nicknames bring back memories sharply.
All right. Well, no, I do. Like I said, at least I give you guys credit. You had a little more.
Yeah, little bit
more
of creativity.
I mean, dude, Zebo. My buddy's name's Zach, so we fucking said Zebo. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's stuck. Still call him Zebo to this day, right? Or my buddy Solf. I just call him Solf. It's short for his last name. So not a lot of creativity. But
Right.
I don't know. They're a little more fun than just their normal names.
Yeah, you gotta have a little fun, but most of the time we're just idiots.
I was thinking, so when you told that story, there was one story. Guy wasn't even a friend of mine, but he came out from a group of other buddies from Central Oregon.
Yeah.
Bachelor party happening out here. Johnny Five and Chut, a.k.a. C Murder, a.k.a. the guy has like, he has the most names out of anyone, but
wow.
He came out for this bachelor party, and I remember at one point we wound up, and I don't remember why, because we were downtown. Anyways, wound up at O'Brien's.
Okay.
Down there in technically King City, I guess.
Yeah.
Little Irish bar.
Yeah.
And it must have been close to their St. Patty's Day party because they have porta potty set up outside. Well, this dude ended up finding a nice single lady in the bar.
Oh, no.
And ended up going into the porta potty with said
my God.
Said young woman. And when they came out, instantly we knew his new name was Honey Bucket. And this dude, I didn't even know that well. Like, I've met him like twice beforehand. And unfortunately,
Oh, no.
I don't think I've even seen him probably within the last decade. But the few times that I ran into him at a, buddy's house in Central Oregon, because we spent a lot of time out there. Dude, talk about...
What's up, Honey Bucket?
Dude, talk about putting a face with the name, right?
No.
I didn't go to school with this guy. He wasn't even really in my circle. He was just, a buddy of a buddy.
Yeah.
Who came out and did the same party. And that's bachelor parties, right?
Yeah.
You get a bunch of people. Some people are, best frickin' friends from kindergarten. Other ones are, new friends. So it was funny. But, oh, dude, to this day, I 100% can say this truthfully. I don't know his real name. I know him as Honey Bucket, but I'm sorry. If you take a young lady in a honey bucket outside of an Irish bar in March.
I mean, he's lucky he's not like the Lucky Bucket or something like that.
Foul. Foul. So that's about the most creative, I think.
I mean, he could have been Shit Stain.
Oh, dude, Blue Water. I mean,
yeah. I mean, Shag McNasty works there. I mean, that's the same kind of thing, right?
Fucking names, man.
2 feet on the urinal.
Yeah. I know we're heading out there for Memorial Day. I think I'm gonna send a few texts out to my friends. Whatever happened to Honey Bucket? Is he still around? If so, I feel like I should hook up with them and let them know that
I still know him as Honey Bucket.
Yep, and he's now on our podcast.
and can anybody tell me what his real name was?
Yes. Dude, literally couldn't fucking tell you. John could be. Tim, it might be. Who knows?
No way.
Nope, fucking Honey Bucket, man.
Yep.
Fucking gross. Gross.
Well, let's get back to something a little tastier.
I know, as I'm sipping.
Yeah, I'm down to my last little bit here, so I'm gonna do the.
Well, you better than take that last sip, and you're gonna have to start spitting out some. I think I already know where this is going for me. I think. Man, we were talking about this when we were coming out of break. When I do a little traveling outside the Portland metro area.
Yeah.
This is going to be high up, probably top 3 bottles.
Yeah,
that I'm going to look for. Because
it's distinctive too.
Yes, and the fact that it's a hair under 40, right? What is this?
Yeah, about 38.
$38.95, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking under $40.
Yep.
And it's damn good, right?
So again, this is the Eagle Rare 10 year. So it's a Buffalo Trace product.
And depending on where you're listening from right now, fairly readily available in most places.
Right.
Portland, Metro, Vancouver.
Not so much.
Fuck, diamond in the rough. You can't find this bottle anywhere.
Yep. This is one of those that, like, when a liquor store says that it's available and they post it, people show up like vultures on a carcass.
Yeah. This is the one that I missed at Tiger a month ago, right?
Exactly.
It was their store pick.
So it is available. Oftentimes you've got to take a little drive, but if you can get it, it's really reasonably priced. And flavor, I don't know. What are you getting for flavor?
Well, I'll tell you right now, man, it is really smooth.
Yeah.
You have kind of now transitioned me from a rock drinker to a neat drinker. So we poured this a while ago, and it's nice because it's had a little breathe time, right, in the glass, but zero water down. Dude, it's super, super, super smooth. Like almost
too easy.
Almost, I was just going to say, like, if you would have poured...
a heavy pour, 3 fingers of scotch for you. Ooh, look at that. Bringing it back and throwing Joanna under the bus at the same time. If it's a Joanna pour, you would have easily gotten through it. So it's only 90 proof.
Well, I mean, and that definitely helps, right?
Yeah, that makes it easy to drink without rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few like foolproof bottles I've got over there and that kind of stuff that we'll get to that we'll probably have to throw a little bit of ice into to survive. But I think, like, for me, it's very, very smooth. It's got a little bit of the sugar, a little bit of honey. I don't get a lot of oak out of it, but that's just, fuck, I've burned my nostrils and taste buds with all sorts of other random shit. So the fact that I'm getting honey and sugar out of it is good. That means that there's a lot of it in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I get too much oak.
No.
I pick up some citrus, right? A little orange or something.
Yep. A little bit of spice in there.
Yeah. But as far as not super heavy on the oak.
Yeah. Well, all right. I got my rating.
I think I have my rating. I'm talking in my head.
You're debating.
Well, so the closest platinum that I have thought about was my Angel's Envy.
Yep.
For me, right? You can find it. We know, well, we've heard mostly from the wives and dance moms that our grading system might have a small flaw in it. But you know what?
Hey, guess what? It's changed again. Is this the fourth time we've changed it?
Yeah. I mean, should we now tell people?
Yeah. All right.
What the new one is? We had to take out Ruby, which ironically nothing has ever been.
You know what? You explain this because I'm still fucking bitter.
So it was brought to our attentions, a week or two ago?
Yeah.
That we mixed...
mixed gemstones
with metals. Apparently, we broke many cardinal rules in the dancing world.
Yeah, fuck that.
So we now have eliminated Ruby, and we're going with silver as the
bottom.
So it's a 5-tier system, kind of. I don't want to do the A, B, C, D, and F grading system just because
nothing that we drink. Well, there will be something we drink that fails, but we just won't. It'll just be, this is unrateable. It's so fucking awful.
Well, and a lot of this, like, I wouldn't consider this if we went with the second tier of high gold, right, which we haven't said, but I'm just saying, like, the Angel, I wouldn't consider those B bourbons as far as... Yeah,
they still get an A. It's just the availability knocks them down
and
sometimes.
Since Alex and I, we're simple men, right?
Yep.
We enjoy the whiskey and the bourbons.
Yep.
Our price range is, I don't want
reasonable.
To say reasonable, right? I don't mind spending some money on some bourbons, but I don't want...
At $90, you better be really fucking great.
You better be knocking my fucking socks off, right?
Because this is $40. I can get 2 bottles of this for a $90. You better really knock my socks off at $90.
Well, and I'll be honest. Going back, if we're tying this back, dude, the Bottle and Bond.
Yeah,
that fucking $20 Evan Williams. Dude, I'm telling you. So, hopefully, listening, right?
Yeah.
Like, that there's some stuff out there, right? At all different price points. I mean, I'll be honest, man. I have 2 new bottles of that Evan Williams at home, man. That's kind of now my...
I've got that big ass bottle sitting over there in the corner right now.
Dude,
the Evan Williams
$20
bottled and bond. Yeah.
Someone wants a Manhattan or a freaking old fashioned, or honestly, I even throw a cube in it and just relax and chill. So you don't have to. Sure, man, you enjoy $100 bottle of bourbon, dude, get it. If you enjoy it and you love it,
do it.
Hopefully what we bring here is there's stuff all over the price board, right?
Yep.
So this one, I'll be honest, man, this is up there for me, close to Angel's Envy. I still prefer that port finish, right?
Okay.
I like the actual taste a little better on the Angels.
Yeah.
The finish. So I'm teetering right now.
Again, I would love to have tasted more of that Angel's Envy, but not enough of it came over for me to have more than a glass.
All right. Next time I come over, I'll bring the bottle, a new bottle.
Yeah, the
and
empty
my
bottle. Thank you.
No. I have another one. I'll bring another one. We'll have to do part 2. Is what you say we have to do part 2 of Angel's Envy?
Yeah, because I didn't actually get to taste more than just a sip.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so where are you at on the Eagle Rare then?
I'll be honest. So right now, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm between the gold and the high gold.
I think I think I would give this a high gold for flavor versus value. I would love to give it something higher, but I don't think it's so sophisticated that like that it blows my like that representative got a high gold, and you can't find that fucking anywhere.
No.
So, yeah, I'm in between a gold and a high gold just because the availability where we live is so fucking low.
Yeah.
I know there's lots of it out there, and you can find it online. There's lots of other options if you really want to find this. But if you're just walking down to your liquor store
and want to pay the true MSRP of around $40, right?
You're
because I do love that price point.
Yeah, it fucking works so well.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it a high gold for its flavor versus price point value. So,
and like I said, that's kind of what I was leaning to, because that was the high gold is what I gave to the Angel's Envy.
Yeah,
everyone knows how much Big Mike loves his Angel's Envy.
Whore.
So yes. So in our scale, right, to recap, no more ruby at the bottom. So we're talking silver at the very bottom. I know. Then we go high silver.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go gold.
Mm-hmm.
Then we do high gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then that frickin' unicorn of a top platinum, which we have not given out. And I don't know. Like you said, it could take very long time to find that platinum.
Yep.
Right?
Or we could stumble upon it next week. You never know.
No, you never know. But right now, I'm thinking this 10-year Eagle Rare.
Yep.
It's going to be a high gold.
Yep. Agreed.
All right. Well.
All right. Cheers.
Say, look at that, buddy. We finished
Eagle Rare.
We finished all of our bourbon.
Uh-huh.
And all of our fingers and toes for episode 20. Say, look at that.
Look at that. 20 episodes in, and we've not fully given up.
Nope.
We have generally a number of listeners, not a comma in the number, but we
not
have
not yet.
But we've got a number.
Yeah, we have a number, and now we have our final grading scale.
Oh, horseshit! Oh my God, what if when the wives come on, they just bring a whole new scale? Like, here, you fucking idiots,
dude. No,
here.
They can't. I don't think there's one thing you can change with that now.
Oh, great. That's like saying, I feel really lucky right now. Nothing could go wrong. You just jinxed us.
Oh, shit.
Inside thoughts, Mike. Inside thoughts.
All right, delete that. Edit that part out.
There's just going to be a dead point. What was that silent part? Nothing.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Well, thank you guys all so much for listening to episode 20 of the Whiskey and Wine podcast. We drank a little bit of Eagle Rare 10-year this week. Gave it a high gold. Remember to follow us on social media. You can drop us a line on the website. And we're running real thin on like creative ideas and shit to do. So if you've got an idea, go ahead and just post it on social media. You can send us an email. You can make your own Instagram post and tag Whiskey and Wine and
there
be like, you dumb shits need to do an episode on this right here, or you need to taste this. Go down to the liquor store and pick this up, you lazy bastards.
That's right. Our drunk list of titles is running low.
Yeah.
So,
well, I guess that means we better go get drunk.
Well, on that note,
woohoo! Let's go get drunk, Mike. Let's go get drunk.
This episode of Whiskey and Wine Podcast is sponsored by Portland Party Bus, Portland's original party bus company, where the ride becomes the party. PDX Party Bus pricing is all-inclusive. This means all the hourly rates include all fees and mileage. No surprise charges at the end of the party, just professional staff and a party all along the way. Visit them at pdxpartybus.com and plan your next wine tasting, birthday party, or just a great weekend with them. pdxpartybus.com.